guys, welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger. Last time we faced off against the Golem, and regardless of whether we won or lost, we were banished from the magical kingdom of Zeal forever. Then we went and used our new powered up pendant to talk to all of these boxes in 600 AD. After doing that and refusing to take out the contents, if you come to the present, something different happens, and the contents of this chest will power up and become the blue mail. In this case, the blue vest, we'll take a quick look at these here. The blue vest has lesser defense. As you can see, it's substantially more powerful than anything we have right now. And the vest will only cut damage by 50%. The mails will cut it by, well, it'll make you absorb it, which is fantastic for multiple reasons. But even so, it's just all around better. Well, we could do this one, sure. Okay. Now, first things first, we're going to pull Marle out of the party. Let's try and go to the castle. Terrorists! What's going on? What? Yeah, see, they had no idea what was going on. One other interesting thing to note is if you go all the way over to this side, they've completely blocked this off now with some kind of a barricade. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be logs or dirt or what it's supposed to be. But, oops, if we bring Marle along, things play out a little bit differently. I understand your pain. King really only cares about his realm. Even when your mother passed away, he worked all day. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to work too difficulty, you know, at least competently if my significant other's dying in the other room. It's ancient history now, huh? Interesting. What's difficult? Queen's condition suddenly changed for the worst. She desperately wanted to see the king one last time, but he couldn't find time to drop by. Said he had some more work to do. Knowing nothing about death, he waited faithfully by your mother's side. Eliza passed away in sorrow. It's as if the king indirectly killed her. Whoa. But what do I know? There are reasons for everything, right here? So glad to see you back again. Now, go visit the king. Well, this came out of nowhere. King waits to return, but I can get in here now. If you had tried to come here at any time before, the king has, for the time being, ordered probation for Chrono. It takes until, I believe, you've been to the Kingdom of Zeal before this is allowed to occur. The interesting thing about this is, king like that? What do you mean? Court is adjourned. Wait a minute. We've been here in the other castle in 600 AD. There was never stairs up here, only down, because this led to this spot. Hey! Oh dear, didn't recognize you. Yeah, they don't let you eat here. It's not quite as nice as the other castle. Wait, what? The chef's ancestor had a cook-off with Megas' troops. Okay then. Sorry about that. The old lady's handling the kitchen. Gotta tread softly around here. Gist of this is she can cook, but she can yell too. Don't come in here without permission. Alright, I'm out of here. Can't eat around here. But yeah, this was never here before. Hey. A hyper ether? Yeah, we're starting to find some much more powerful items here, and I haven't really gone over a lot of them. Full Tonic will give you 500 HP, the Ethers 10, 30, 60, and completely restoring all of your magic points there. The Lappies is one of my favorite items in the entire game. Unfortunately, we just do not get very many of them. They restore 200 HP to all party members. These are fantastic for battle. Unfortunately, we just don't get very many of them until we kind of don't need them anymore. Alright, I don't think we need to look at anything else in there. Let's, hey, treasure. Locked? Oh. What's this? You want to be put on trial? Oh, so this is where the court thing was. Okay. If you remember, this wasn't here in 600 AD. After the events with Princess Nadia and the fake Chancellor in 600 AD, the real Chancellor said we need to employ a criminal justice system to deal with whatever, these types of situations. That's why the court does not exist in 600 AD and does in 1000 AD. Court is adjourned. Mr. Pierre waits downstairs. My lawyer's down there. What's he up to? King has been so gloomy since the disappearance. It's not a kidnapping. Well, I guess I owe you some money, bud. You're still doing work for me, even though I was unofficially sentenced to death. Hired all those soldiers that work in the jail. Ah, interesting. Pierre was saying something was different there. You know, something was a little bit odd, I think Pierre was saying about the Chancellor there. He lost it right around the time he ordered the Dragon Tank built. Jail Guardians were an odd bunch. Cold stares, like they weren't even human. Interesting. Well, we can go upstairs here, too. It's very similar to the layout lab. This one leads back into the prison there. We've already been through that one. Yeah, it's nice that we can actually explore this castle again. And what do you got? Only the Chancellor thought Chrono was guilty. Oh, the princess, the castle is dead. Well, I'm going to talk to you after. Okay. So, her line all seems to look alike here. And we got the treasures in 600 AD, but that doesn't have any effect on the fact that I think they've all been refilled. So we can get all the treasure from before and all the treasure now. There's no upgrading function or anything like that, at least not here. Mega Elixir. Booyah! Charge of her education. Charge of her physical education. Charge of her discipline. And she's missed almost every lesson this year. Sounds like our princess, doesn't it? She's the tomboy who wants to go out and do whatever the hell she wants to do. Alright. That was interesting. That's all you're gonna say? Well, what's up here? In 600 AD, there was one of those chests in here. There's the normal elixir. Ah. Level up for the red vest. Got the red mail. As you might guess, that one absorbs fire. King is deeply concerned about the princess. Keeps it all locked up inside, huh? Open the treasure, please. Thank you. After his wife's death, he lived only for the princess. Curious. Okay, so... a little too early. Now that we've explored everything, let's talk to you. What do you want? I'm not giving in to your demands. Now, if you recall, you know, she said she was kind of fed up with her whole life here and that she was leaving. That's when we went to the future the first time. It's your fault for leaving the castle, letting these hoodlums in here. Might as well be bread on the well. They're my friends. We're a disgrace, are we? Care more about your country than me or mother. Whoa. I can only imagine the rage he's holding in. Regardless of which characters you bring, they will be shaking their heads. No longer family. Do as you wish. Oh, there's a sparkle in your eye. Interesting. Oh, woe is me. Well, he said he didn't want to see us again. But I want to see what happens. Got nothing to say. Well, at least he has nothing to say right now. But there are a few other things we can take care of before we move too far forward. Let's go down here. There were 2 other treasure chests in the poor village that we could learn something about. And the other thing we can do is, if you take a look at, we've got butt tons of money now. This guy was selling jerky before. It's only 10 grand. Well, 9,900. And we bought it. I believe you can only buy one at a time from him. Yeah, you guys still don't like your dad. Likes his money more than you. So rich you don't know what to do with it all. No. Boring. It's so sad. They're lying, right? Well, the white vest powered up to contain the white mail, and as you might be able to guess, the black vest powers up to contain the black mail. We have now got a full elemental set of mails, and they are fantastic. We are going to take a look at those again in a moment here, but there's some other things we can grab while we're in the area. First one, well, I think the closest one. I don't think you have anything for me right now, do you? No. Okay. First one, if you stand there, you can jump back in here, as I had mentioned before. And that's going to drop us down right here, which is about the middle of the way through the area. And you don't have to worry about running into any of the enemies because I don't think any of them, or very few of them, respawn. And all we need to do is pop in here and grab this guy. Got a wall ring. Huh? I love that sound effect. There's something else in here. What in the world? Got one dash ring. Fantastic. The dash ring is just great. Gives you 3 to speed. It's even better than the speed belt, and I absolutely love it. We're going to put that on somebody relatively shortly. The wall ring, I think, gives you magic defense. I don't care. There's a lot of really nice accessories in the game that you use at different points, but there's a good, you know, chunk of ones that really don't matter at all too. Before we do this, I can't remember if it happens yet, but there might be an additional scene with the king. So I'm going to go check, and if there is, we'll see that. If not, I'll see you at the end of time. Ah, there we go. So the scene does play out now. Alright, what's that? Your favorite. What do you mean? For me? Let's see. Hmm? What? What is it? How dare you? Giving me something this rich when you know I have high cholesterol. This is what happens when you give him the jerky. But it's your favorite. This is the last straw. Now I know how you really feel. Leave. Never show your face here again. And now... Oh, we can still go in. Okay. But yeah, that is what happens if you give him the jerky. To be honest, I did not know that scene existed, and I don't know a lot of people who seem to know that scene existed. In fact, I think it was an H.C. Bailey Let's Play from years ago that actually showed me that the first time, and I was completely unaware of that. I'm not sure if you talk to anyone who says anything about the king liking jerky or anything like that, but yeah, it's one of those relatively well-hidden little bits of dialogue that not a lot of people get to see. I can't take it seriously because of how they translated it. I'm not sure how it would have been in the original one, if he was just trying to watch his weight or what he was trying to do. Wrong dome. I want to go here first. Guardia Forest. This is the only way to get to the other side of the gate, or the blockade, now that they put the blockade up. And we do want to do this because there is one of these guys here too. We're done powering things up from the Middle Ages. We don't need to worry about that too much more. Here we get a power ring. So yeah, we're going to pick up a lot of nice pieces of equipment from various places that we've seen throughout the world. It's kind of the whole idea behind the break the seal part of the plot. I should have done the other one first, but we can do this one first, that's fine. Pendant begins to glow. Now, if you remember, I love how it plays this song. I love this song so much. But yeah, these doors are the same ones that we saw in the Kingdom of Zeal. And it looks like we haven't gotten that level of technology again until we get to the future. Here we get some really interesting accessories, and I think, you know what? We have some other stuff we can grab too. Let's go grab all the stuff and then we'll take a look at everything. Now, if you recall when we were here the first time, they had one of those doors in I think almost every single one of the domes. And in each of them, there's, well, something on the other side. Full ether, gold stud, and a magic tab. Since we're here, this edible? You light up my life. No, really. Finally got through the ruins. I brought the sapling that sprang from the seed. Amazing what you can do when you think you're going to expire. Censorship. Lovely. Never seen anything like this. What's this? A plant? What's that? There are people in Aristome as well. Got nothing for you fools. Okay. So things have changed. We can go talk to the other people in the other dome there. I'm not going to go there quite yet. I'll end up going there from the other side afterward. Yeah, that's probably fine. I don't know which one's faster. I think it's faster to go through the bike race than it is this one. I think it's faster to go through the bike race than it is to go through the Lab 16 ruins, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm gonna take care of all the little things that we've seen. Forest ruins. Now, if you remember back to the Kingdom of Zeal, this was there then. Back in the day, actually, you know what? We're gonna do the little save thing here. Back in the day when I saw the tent in the Kingdom of Zeal, this is how you're supposed to know to do all of the things that we've done, I think. This is the one you're supposed to go to first. I don't technically know if this one's even required, but this is supposed to be your indication. But regardless, the blue tent. For the life of me, I played around the Magical Kingdom of Zeal forever and ever, trying to find a way to get there. And at the time, it never clued into me that this was the same tent. I just thought it was a similar sprite. Since then, it's pretty apparent that, the continents have moved around, and this is that same thing. Seal has been broken, hence break the seal. Give you the treasure, the Guru of Reason. The right is a weapon which increases strength. The left is protective gear, will guard your life. Choose whichever you feel you need. Take it with you. 13,000 years was a long time. Balthazar, I'll see you shortly. You have the choice of one or the other, and not both. I'm going to show you what each of them do. Here we get the Swallow. Nice foreshadowing to, 6 years into the future? Yeah, would have been 6 years into the future when the sequel came out. The Swallow is fantastic. Yeah, I'm using that word a lot because it's true. Everything that we get is just phenomenally more powerful and just a huge step forward from where we were earlier on, only a few days ago or a few minutes ago. It's a lot better, gives you 3 to speed, and is really, really good. Unfortunately, that particular one has a downside, and that's the fact that just because we're getting all of this powerful gear all at once, it's not going to last as long as you might hope. And if it did last a little bit longer, then it would be pretty much perfect. So I'm going to choose to keep the armor, which will last me a lot longer than the weapon will. Even though the weapon for the time is better in the short term, the armor is better in the long term. We will be using that armor for a long time. So the news seem to have a very long lifespan. 13,000 years, huh? Here we get the Safe Helm. The Safe Helm is also a pretty good buff on defense. In addition, it gives the Protect status that Luke is able to cast, but it's an auto protect feature. It's built right into the helmet, and it can be used by anyone, including some of our, friends like Luca and Marle, who have very low physical defense, and is a great way to bring them up so that they're not going to fall by the wayside with the rest of them. So the defense for all of these different males are the same. It's a big boost. It absorbs 1 element each. It's usually best to pair these with the opposite element. So Chrono is lightning based. He should probably have the black male. And so someone like Marle is water based, so she should probably have the red male, because of course those opposite elements will do slightly more damage than the same element or the one of the other 2 elements, which are neutral. Let's take a look at some of the other stuff we got here. I know we got something that's strictly for you. Power ring, +6 to power, very nice. It will give us a nice boost. The wall ring is 10 magic defense, as I said. Dash ring gives you 3 to speed, and as I stated before, our speed stat is fixed. We don't gain any, I don't think we gain any speed over the course of the game in terms of level ups. The only way to increase it is through items and through tabs. Well, it's also got a max of 16, indicated by the double stars. We can already max out Ayla's speed, which is just awesome. I wouldn't give it to her. The wallet turns the experience you gain into money, which as a kid I used a lot of, even though it's terrible and you probably shouldn't ever use it. The charm top increases the charm successful rate and is Ayla only. It's a nice piece to have, and if you're bringing her into, you know, an area where you're going to do a lot of charming, I would put this on. Usually I have something better to put on her during boss fights. You could also use it there. The gold stud cuts MP use by 75%, and this is just broken levels of good. We can give this to pretty much whoever we want and turn them into an absolute powerhouse that can use any tech they want for next to nothing. So you want to use lightning too? 2 MP! You want to use, let's see, hey, we're working on tailspin. We don't have that yet. It's got 10. It would be, I think it rounds up to 3. Want to use, you know, any of the other elements? Fire too? 2 MP. You want to use heal beam for 1 MP. Or Oozy Punch when we get that for, what, 3, 4 MP? It is so, so good. Anyway, I think that's about all the time we have for collecting items today. You know what? There's one more. We'll get one more because it's way out of the way. Okay, so we're back in the magic cave here, and I believe I forgot to pick this up before, and of course there I did. I didn't remember getting that one before. So the magic ring, scroll all the way down, is +6 to magic, just like the power ring is +6 to power. So we've got another nice piece of equipment then. This, of course, is in 600 AD on our way over to Magus' castle, if you're wondering. But yeah, so that's pretty much all we can do for that kind of stuff. There, of course, is trying to figure out where we're supposed to go next. And there are actually a couple more treasure chests to get as well. But that's going to have to wait till next time. So next time we will meet you in the future at the one of the couple of domes that we haven't looked into now that we have the powered up pendant. That's all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.